Hi, I'm Daniel Cunningham, CEO of Leonardo 24/7, and today I'll be discussing incident reports. Incident reports are kind of the unsung hero of mitigating risk at a property. They're really important to execute in a timely way for a number of reasons. First of all, you want to document what actually happened from a landlord's point of view. You're always positioning yourself to defend yourself or your landlord or the owner from a potential lawsuit. And that's part of the hazards of owning property, is that eventually somebody will slip and fall, somebody will crash a car, something will happen, and somebody's going to turn to the owner of that property for compensation. It just goes with the territory. And so you need to document what happened in a timely fashion from the owner's point of view. You want to capture key information and statements from witnesses or people that were actually involved before they disappear and you can't find them later on. You also need to use these forms to allow risk management staff to react quickly and get involved, mitigate potential damages, talk with the folks that are involved, make sure everybody's okay, get a sense for kind of where their head is and take appropriate action. And in addition, to put insurance companies on notice in case of potential loss. This gives insurance companies and the carriers a chance to react and, again, try to mitigate risk, settle potential claims before they go to court. That's the most expensive option for everybody. And so incident reports are really a key component of all of that to make sure that you're capturing what actually happened in order to give yourself a chance to mitigate potential costs of the property. Well, you want to make sure that incident reports are facts only. Try not to express opinions about what you think happened, whose fault you think it was. You want to capture the facts: date, time, the location, the people involved. If a police report was filed, you want to note that. You want to get the report number, include that in there. If an ambulance was called or if an ambulance was refused, then you want to note that kind of information. You want photos of all areas that were involved in the incident. You want to try to capture statements from witnesses and their signatures. And there's other information you might not think about. What was the weather like that day? Was it raining? If somebody slipped and fell, what footwear were they wearing? What eyewear were they wearing? This is why thinking ahead and having a incident report process and a form that's thorough established beforehand, before this happens, is really important. With a system like Leonardo 24/7, all that's done electronically, and I think that's important as well. I think writing things on paper that gets stuffed in a folder somewhere is a really bad way to mitigate risk. In addition, if you're tracking your incident reports in a system like Leo, you can look over time and you can track and see what types of incidents are you seeing, what's the value of those incidents over time. If you have a large portfolio, you can see kind of regional portfolio trends. All reasons why incident reports really belong in a digital environment and not in an Excel spreadsheet or clipboard. You want to submit an incident report. You want to create an incident report anytime and every time that there is something that happened that could result in property damage or somebody potentially being injured or other reasons that could expose the owner to liability. Even if the parties involved they all seem to want to let things go, everything's fine, nobody's seriously injured, people change their minds. Lawyers get a hold of residents sometimes and change their minds. And so it's important that you file an incident report, again, to timely establish what happened from the owner's point of view, just in case something comes along later on and you need that information. And it needs to be done right away because facts fade, opportunities to capture statements from witnesses, their memories fade, and then with all of that, with time fades the opportunity to mitigate potential damages, negotiate if something it seems like it might end up going that way. The faster you can have those discussions, the more likely you are to be successful in reducing the ultimate cost of that incident to the property's bottom line. I'm Daniel Cunningham, CEO of Leonardo 24/7. Thank you for joining me as we talked about incident reports. And if you'd like to learn more, visit us at leonardo247.com and request a demo today. Thanks.